Ready?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Scott Ewart, and after 3 properties that we have bought and developed and flipped and successfully sold. It's a 3-bed, kind of ex-council end terrace property. Okay, then we've got the skip here. That makes right work of that. We have learned a ton of lessons. We're going to talk about the things that you need to be aware of to manage the risk when you're developing property. It's not possible to do risk evasion. Risk management is absolutely possible, but when you're talking about like the stock market, shares, companies, being an investor or investing in property, which is what this is relevant to, then risk management you absolutely have to take into consideration. Things that I would advise a new person to consider, that to take into account, I would say first and foremost is you need to really establish what you're looking to do. So do you want to buy to rent or do you want to buy to flip? 2 different markets, one a much longer term strategy, different investment needs to get put into it. It's a different set of guidelines. Now although we have a buy to rent, small buy to rent portfolio, what we've been doing much more recently is buy to flip. That there comes with a different set of risks than a buy to rent. You have to make sure that you're out there in the market looking at dozens and dozens of houses. Right now, 2 developments that we've finished off, one of them sold. I'm already on my list for next week. I have approximately 6 viewings in next week, and probably I've got about 10 to 15 viewings for different properties lined up to do within the next 2 weeks. Because you don't know the person who's selling circumstances, so you might be able to snap a good deal up because they need to sell. Even if you're not in the market to buy right now, go and start viewing so you can see what's available. Speak to estate agents to see what is the best and hottest market. Is it 1-bedroom flats or is it 3-bed first time buyer homes? Speak to the people and find out the different areas. Maybe 5 miles away there's an area, a town, which is doing really, really well because of some new properties being built, or a new big company have opened up, so therefore their people need somewhere to stay. Do your research. You need to treat it seriously. You can't play at it. If you're going to play at it, then you're really playing with some money, and if you don't get it right, then you're going to lose money. So one of the second developments that we're actually working on right now is a 3-bed mid-terrace property in East Kilbride. Big town, a lovely area of East Kilbride that we're actually in. And we have literally had to strip this property right back to the brickwork and start again. And the reason we do that is to make sure that the finish that actually it's done for clients is of the very high standards. So, a few days to get the place ripped out and get it prepared for plastering. The guys have been on the plastering for 4 days. They've pretty much got 90% done. They basically need 1 more day for the hall, as you'll see. Probably maybe a day and a half for the hall, then a couple of days for clothing. So really 10 days maximum, plasterers in and plasterers out. But if you're kind of trying to get into the development of a property and never done it before, or you're just looking to buy a property, looking at the home report is always something that you must do. A home report in Scotland nowadays must be provided by the owner before they can sell it, and it states the value on it, which the mortgage provider then bases how much they can lend on it. But one thing that I learned from a previous project, although it talked about things, a lot of the home report is speculative, and what I mean by that is they'll look at things from afar and they have to assume certain things. They can't pull carpets up as such to look at the floorboards. They can check the tiles from outside, maybe using binoculars. They'll check the attic, but they won't climb around and thoroughly check it. Some of the pipework they can see popping up, but again, they can't check all the pipework underneath. And what you really have to be aware of, and what we found out, which cost us time and money, was that although the home report was accurate, there was other things underlying that were not foreseeable until you started to rip the kitchen out. All right. Aye, all good, mate. You start to take some photos, please. Then you have to establish what you're going to do and what you're going to get the professionals in to do. If you're going to do any of the work, I would think about that 2 and 3 times to make sure that you do want to get your hands dirty. And if you are set on doing it, then you have to overestimate how many days that it's actually going to take you to do it, and budget in allowances for family time, your social time, your professional work career. Are those things going to be affected? And are you prepared for those things to be affected? And as I said, if you think that rip out or that decorating might take you 2 days, put in 4 days just to be on the safe side. Always overestimate it, because more often than not, it does drag on that little bit longer. And again, take into account that if you're going to do things yourself, ripping out is fairly straightforward. I actually enjoy the ripping out process because it gives me a clear understanding, view on what needs done right away, what problems that we may face. Is there anything behind the cosmetic scenes that we're going to encounter that if I never ripped out I wouldn't actually be faced with? I would have had a tradesman telling me and I would be on the back foot. So ripping out for me is actually a good process to be involved in as it currently stands, but anything further more than that I don't do. Got the dig out happening for the driveway. Previously there was literally just grass, path, and this is what you need to do, because technically putting a driveway in, you're thousands of pounds to do it, but the value that it adds and the desirability that adds to a property increases. So when a new family come along, maybe with 2 cars, and you're taking babies or small kids in and out of cars on main roads, when you can offer somebody a driveway they're just driving right onto it, it makes life much easier for them. Again, it makes it, when many people are making decisions out whether to buy that house or buy another house, the driveway is a kind of decision maker. You need to be aware, unless you are very handy and you have an eye for doing that type of decorating or DIY work, is that the quality aspect can have an impact on the sale value. And people want a good finish, a professional finish, and can you deliver on that? Are you going to jeopardise the sale value because you want to save some money? Doing a property development, a property project, is not for the faint-hearted. It's not a DIY job, and it should be treated like that. You should be programming in professional people to do it. After you establish that, you then want to go on to what professionals do you need? Do you need joiners, kitchen fitters, carpet and flooring fitters, plasterers, electricians, heating and plumbing engineers? Who do you need and when do you need them in? And get a schedule of works. Doing our sound checks. No, this is a property we've done a little bit of work in before, and I've been about 8 weeks behind on it, unfortunately. So it's causing an issue in the sense that it's delaying us move on to other projects, but it's not causing and missed opportunity, I suppose. So there subsequently it's costing us money. So a few bits still needing finished off. We'll go to the next house and we'll see. I have known through my errors and through our mistakes that if one tradesman's running late, it then impacts the kitchen guy. The kitchen guy can't come in the following week, so he's now 4 weeks down the line because he's down the line, the flooring guy, and it's a bit of a mess. So, although you want to make sure your schedule is detailed and programmed in very well, you have to have some space for the unexpected call-off or delay. So make sure you've got allowances in for that. But after you have your programme of works, your schedule of works in place, look at the team of people that you have. Do you have reliable people that will deliver in good quality of workmanship? Do you have people that will do it for a fair and reasonable price? Do you need to negotiate price with them? Make sure the team that you have are capable, that you've got the right quotes from them, and you know that what they've promised you or what you're needing done, they will do. So make sure that if you're not skilled, that you have someone who's decent at financing. Make sure you keep a tight control, stay impersonal. Because you don't have a proper professional person doing it, it's not done to the standards and you need to get work done again. So that's why it's important that you get reliable and good quality people. So when we came in here, I mean, it was a shell. This needed a lot of work done to it, and there's some other footage here. So we had to get new banister put in, new stairs put in. Just watch your back there doing that. But one of the things I do, very simply, Excel spreadsheet, and to the last penny, every screw and every piece of wood is detailed on this spreadsheet. You have the high level large costs, double glazing, kitchens, flooring, electrical work, plumbing and heating work. You know, these high level things are absolutely fine, and budgeting them into it, make sure they go on a spreadsheet and you mark not only how much you think it's going to be. The way that I do it is I mark down how much I've estimated it. I then mark down how much I've actually been quoted. Am I saving money? Am I having to pay a little bit more? And then when I actually pay them, or part pay them because maybe it's a longer project, I mark down what I've paid them and when I've paid them. And then at the very bottom of my spreadsheet I have extras. So things that have cropped up that are unforeseen or maybe be underestimated on them. Losing control of your budget is one of the quickest ways to actually fucking up a development and losing money or losing some of your margin. So make sure you keep a tight control of it. If money is not your skill set, then maybe get someone else to help you with the budgeting aspect of it.